Hey, I'm Hugh Little. The first module deals with the mindset that we must have if we're going to be consistently successful at sales. Sales is a game that's played in the 6 inches between our ears. Our intention, what we focus on, what we think of ourselves, our company, our product, and our service is all important. Mindset is vital. How we see ourselves, what we think about ourselves, what we think about possibilities. So here's a question for you. How do you see yourself? The little girl in this picture sees an accurate reflection of how she looks and who she is reflected back from the mirror. Sometimes, though, that's not the case. Sometimes people look in the mirror and what they see reflected back to them isn't what's real at all. I've been told that people with eating disorders sometimes look in the mirror and see themselves as hugely obese, overweight, really needing to get rid of weight, and we look at them and think, my goodness, they're just skin and bones. If they don't get a sandwich pretty quick, they're just gonna die. So when you think about yourself as a salesperson, what's the image that you see in the mirror of your mind? Is it this guy? The stereotypical used car salesperson who's pushy and aggressive and tries to get you to do things that you don't want to do and buy things that you don't want to buy? Or is it maybe this guy? You can't get him to shut up, you can't get rid of him, he's obnoxious, and you don't really want to be around him. I love the guy back in the corner going, ah! Or when you think about going out to sell, do you think about it this way? That it's a contest, that someone has to win and someone has to lose. And I need a sale, I need the commission, I need for my sales manager to be happy with me, and so I'm the one that has to win. Maybe more importantly, are you afraid that they think that you're pushy and aggressive and obnoxious and loud, and that you're going to try to get them to do something that they don't want to do, and that it's going to be a contest and that they have to win and they can't let you sell them anything? You see, the way that we think about ourselves is extremely important. These 2 young ladies are 2 of the best salespeople that I ever coached. Look at those 2 faces. Do they look like a couple of people that it would be fun to sit down and have a conversation with? Let me assure you, they are. They're funny, they're personable, they're charming, they're just fun to be around. So when you think about yourself as a salesperson, is that the image that you have of yourself? That you're somebody that anyone would want to sit down and have a conversation with? That you're pleasant, that you're attractive, that you're somebody people want to be with? I hope that's the image that you have, because that's the image that's necessary for you to be really successful in sales. When it comes to mindset, there are 3 areas in which you must be totally confident. First of all, you need to believe in yourself. You need to believe in your ability to communicate and to convey to your prospects what's in it for them if they work with you. You need to have confidence in your ability to sell effectively. Now, in addition to believing in yourself, it's also vital for you to believe in your company. What do you really think of the company that you own or the company that you sell for? What kind of company are they? Do they treat their employees well? Do they treat their clients and their customers well? Do they provide impeccable customer service? Do they really care about their clients? Are their clients more than just a sale? Do they care about more than just making a profit? The third area in which you must have total confidence is your product or your service. What do you really believe about what you're selling? Do you think that it's the very best choice that your prospect could possibly make? Is it the best service of its kind in the entire world? How do you feel about the price of your product or service? Is it priced fairly? Not only that, but is it a tremendous value for your customer? If you're totally confident in yourself, your company, and your products and services, your prospects will sense that. There is an unseen energy that passes between salesperson and prospect. If you believe that your product is the very best, they'll believe that too. If you believe that your price is not only fair but a great value, your prospect will believe that too. If you believe that your company is incredible, your prospect will believe that too. And if you believe that you're a great person and that anybody would love to have a conversation with you, people will enjoy having a conversation with you. If you're not the owner of your own business, if you work for someone else, maybe you have a boss, maybe a sales manager, often there's pressure to achieve a certain level of sales, to produce a certain amount in a particular period of time. And that's another area in which you cannot focus if you want to be successful in selling. If there's pressure on you to perform as you're having the sales conversation, your prospect will sense the tension that's there and they'll be skittish about buying from you. If you're relaxed, if you're thinking about them and how you can help them, if you're very clearly communicating what your product or service can do for them, then that tension is missing and your prospect will relax and they're much more apt to buy from you. Learning to sell is not about learning a set of manipulative skills that are designed to persuade people to act the way you want them to act, think the way that you want them to think, or buy the way that you want them to buy. Sales is about sharing ideas that are going to increase the profitability and success of your prospect. When you can effectively show your prospect how their life will improve and their business will improve in some measurable, significant way, they will buy from you because they want to, for their reasons, and not because you convince them to do what you'd like for them to do. Helping others is where we have to keep all of our focus, all of our intention. Sometimes that's a difficult process. One of the most important aspects of mindset is enthusiasm. When it comes to our businesses and our selling, I believe that we need to have the unbridled enthusiasm of a child. Someone once said that the IASM in enthusiasm stands for I am sold myself. And so if we really believe in the value of our product or service and we're enthusiastic about it, that will transmit itself to our prospect and they'll be enthusiastic too. These are simple concepts, but they're not easy. The key is preparation. You need to prepare yourself before you enter into a sales conversation. I have a friend out in California who has an evergreen tree that grows right by his front door. Every morning when he goes out to sell, and he's a fantastic salesman by the way, whenever he goes out to sell, he reaches out and taps the trunk of that tree, and that is a cue to him to forget everything that just went on in his house, the disagreement that he had with his wife, the kids that are driving him crazy, the stack of bills that he has on his desk that have to be paid, and to focus completely on helping the people that he's going to talk with today to do the things that they need to do to be successful. And for 8 or 9 hours, that's where his focus and intention is. On the way back into the house at night, he reaches out and taps the tree trunk again, and that's the cue to forget everything that just happened in his business day and to just concentrate on spending time with his family, resting and relaxing and preparing for the next day. I've managed other salespeople who had to sit in a room all by themselves for a half hour or 45 minutes just to get themselves in the proper mindset, the mindset of serving others rather than serving self, the mindset of enthusiasm, of having confidence in themselves, the company, the product and service. Now, most of us are probably somewhere in the middle of those two extremes. We aren't able to shift our mindset immediately, and it probably doesn't take a half an hour or 45 minutes for most of us. Whatever it is that you need to do, before you enter any sales conversation, make sure that you shift your mindset to focusing on the prospect. Make sure that your intention is pure, that it's to serve your prospect.